In the last class, we referred by discussing elaborately the concept of scope of supply. Supply includes. Now I am referring to you supply excludes, where the concept of GST does not arise, meaning thereby the transactions covered under Schedule 3 is excluded from the scope of supply. GST not going to apply. What are those transactions which now I am going to bring to notice in a simplified manner one by one is as follows, my friends. There are almost all 8 transactions we have. 8 type of elaborate transactions we have where supply excludes. In this regard, I am bringing to notice first and foremost, employee provided services to his employer in the course of employment, which is excluded from the scope of supply. Employee provided services in the course of employment to his employer. Supply excluded. When means when the employee provided services to the employer in terms of employment contract. In the course of employment. In the given case, if you refer here, my dear sir, I brought to your notice, just look and understand concept. Services provided by the employee to their employer, to the employer, employee to the employer. In the course of employment, yes sir, then supply excludes. It is Schedule 3 transaction. Not going to attack the GST. No supply, no GST. Sir, in the course of employment, employee not provided to the employer. That means transaction, supply of services by employee to his employer, not in the course of employment. Is it so? Yes, sir. Not in the course of employment, sir. In that case, what type of scenario you are going to be look here? One example I will bring to notice. I am Mr. Rajaram. I am Mr. Rajaram. I am a finance manager in MRF Limited. I am Mr. Rajaram, finance manager in MRF Limited. Finance manager means my qualification is one way or the other. Maybe I am a qualified chartered accountant or cost accountant, or I may be MBA finance, like that. I have been employed as a manager finance in MRF Limited, manufacturing of tire company, in which I am the finance manager. I am Mr. Rajaram. My employer, MRF Limited. Here, this finance manager of that particular MRF Limited supplied, let us say, supplied certain room perfume worth rupees, let us say 45 lakhs worth of room perfumes supplied. Who supplied here? Mr. Rajaram, who is a finance manager of that particular MRF Limited, where he supplied to the MRF Limited room perfumes, so much of a worth of perfumes, the worth is 45 lakhs. That means Mr. Rajaram supplied the goods to MRF Limited where he is employee. Now you tell me, supply of these goods by Mr. Rajaram, who is a finance manager, to MRF Limited is in the course of employment? Absolutely not. In that case, such a supply made by the Rajaram, who is the employee of MRF Limited, to MRF Limited is a supply. For consideration, 45 lakhs, sir. It is a supply, sir. More than 40 lakhs, which is relevant for registration. The turnover limit for supply of goods in the state of Tamil Nadu, 40 lakhs. If I supply only taxable supply of goods, in that case, my turnover exceeded 40 lakhs. I have to go for registration. Being a Rajaram, I should be registered and pay the GST because I made supply of goods worth rupees 45 lakhs to MRF Limited, wherein I am the employee. But my supply of goods not in the course of employment, resulting that I bound to pay the GST because Rajaram supplied the goods worth rupees 45 lakhs, more than the threshold limit for registration. Therefore, registration compulsory for Mr. Rajaram and payment of GST thereon is compulsory because it's taxable goods. Sir, in case of supply of services, what type of services you are looking here? Supplied by the employee to his employer, which is not in the course of employment. I will bring to notice. Dear friends, I am Mr. Vedant. Basically, I am qualified mechanical engineer. I am Mr. Vedant. My qualification is mechanical engineering. I have been appointed as a production manager by Honda Limited, manufacturing of vehicles. Honda Limited appointed me as their production manager. I am Mr. Vedant. My qualification mechanical engineering. By virtue of my ancestors, where my grandfather, great grandfather, my father are Vastu Shastra Pandits, as a result, I too got the knowledge of Vastu Shastra, which has been got from my elders. Such a Vastu Shastra knowledge where I possess, and I use that by providing to a Honda Limited, where I am the employee. I have given Vastu to Honda Limited for their newly constructing office. Sir, our production unit should be like this here, and MD office would be in this manner, in this direction, in this Vastu, as per the Vastu, in this Vayu Mula, like that. I have given the directions, expert knowledge which I possessed by way of my ancestors as a property I derived, and I provided excellent Vastu Shastra. My name is Vedant. I am a production manager. Basically, I am the mechanical engineer. But where I have provided Vastu to the Honda Limited, thereby I charged 2 lakh rupees for my supply of services. Now you tell me, this Vedant, who is an employee, being a production manager of Honda Limited, provided Vastu Shastra services to Honda Limited or Honda Limited, where he has employment. In that case, he is in the course of employment. Absolutely not. As a result, this is falls into the category of scope of supply. So, I mean to say that you have to see the transaction, employee providing services to their employer. Services is provided, in that case, in the course of employment or not. In that case, if it is not in the course of employment, such supply may attract GST, which is not come under the category of supply exclusion. earlier example I said voluntary supply of goods by a person, Rajaram, to the employer, perfumes, which is supply of goods, separate category. Though he may be employee, supply the goods, supply, it is come under the category of supply. Second example, where Mr. Vedant, production engineer or production manager, mechanical engineer, provide the services which is in the nature of his ancestors' property he received. Knowledge has been acquired from his ancestors and provide Vastu Shastra to Honda Limited, where he has employee. In that case, not in the course of employment, absolutely it is fall under the category of supply includes. But one thing is very clear, this particular case where there must be a consideration. If there is a consideration, fine. In that case, it is supply includes. Sir, if the consideration not there, if the consideration not there, in that case also it is a supply, because here what is going to happen, whether it is going to cover under section what we can call 7.1c, read with schedule 1, namely transactions even without consideration is supply. Is it going to be fall in that category? If it is falls in that category, in that case employee provide the services to the employer not in the course of employment, even not for consideration, also will supply if it is covered under schedule 1. Which transaction will cover under schedule 1, sir? As you are aware of that, the related parties means transaction between employee and employer is called related parties. As a result, obviously it cover under the schedule 1. Even transaction not for consideration supplied by the employee to the employer not in the course of employment also covered under the supply, because it is covered under the schedule 1, where even without consideration is a supply. That is the reason it has been elaborated like this. Now the point comes into picture, sir. What about the whole time director who is employee provide the services to the company in his employment? Whole time director always employee. As per the Companies Act, whole-time director must be employee of the company. Then only he called whole-time director. Such a whole-time director provide the services to the company in his course of employment. Obviously not under the GST, because in the course of employment it is supply excludes. In this case, the circular issued by CBIC stating that directors of the company, there may be whole-time director, managing director, part-time director, nominee director, independent director, women director, like that. You being a director of a company, provide the services to the company where you are having the directorship is in the course of employment, not in the course of employment. If that comes into picture, the CBIC given circular by saying that whether your salary or your remuneration, your consideration is subject to TDS under section 192 of the Income Tax Act. Yes, sir, my company deducting the TDS under section 192 of the Income Tax Act 1961 from my consideration, from my salary, from my remuneration, then it is in the course of employment. In such case, that is not going to be taxed under GST at all. On the other hand, no, sir, I'm a whole-time director of the company, sir. I'm employee of the company, sir. I attend the board meeting, sir. I attended the board meeting and I'm raising the invoice for 2 lakh rupees for attending the board meeting, where I am a whole-time director, I am employee of the company. Now, sitting fees paid by the company to its whole-time director, is it subject to section 192 of the Income Tax Act? Absolutely not. It is not under the employment. it is not going to be taxed under the head salary under section 15 of the Income Tax Act. As a result, the law of the land here says that it is one way or the other called as income from other sources. As a result, the TDS going to be deducted by the company on the sitting fees paid to the whole-time director under section 194J. As a result, this particular transaction not in the course of employment falls into the category of supply, which is a taxable supply. Who supplied this? Whole-time director. To whom supplied? To corporate company where he has whole-time directorship. That means in the given case, it is taxable supply where reverse charge mechanism applies. Namely, the recipient being a corporate company liable to pay GST under the reverse charge mechanism, in short RCM, as you are aware of that. When you talk about independent director, always independent director is an independent who is not an employee of the organization. As you are aware of that, a particular person who is an employee of the organization, he cannot be an independent director of the same company, because we have the section 149, section 6 of the Companies Act 2013 speaks independent director is not employee of the company. If you are employee of the company, you will disqualify from the independent director. Therefore, I am not an employee of the company. I have been appointed as a director, namely independent director in a particular company. Let us say X Limited. In X Limited, Mr. X is an independent director whose supply to the company absolutely not in terms of the salary. As a result, not in the course of employment. So whatever supply supplied by independent director to the company by charging the charges, that will be taxable supply. Obviously, being independent director, if I provide services to my company where I have directorship, my output supply for which whatever rise bills that on which GST is going to be paid by the recipient under RCM, namely X Limited in the given example. So is the way in which clarification given by the CBIC. Further, my dear friends, referring to you, my dear sir, when you talk about partners of the partnership firm, here let us say for your consideration, one example I am bringing for your kind consideration, my dear friends. Assume a scenario where Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C are the three individuals formed a company called as ABC and Company, a partnership firm wherein ABC are the partners. They are the partners. My dear friends, in the given case, partners of the partnership firm and partnership firm both are different. Mr. A and ABC and Company are different. Here, if A supplied services and collecting commission or let us say commission or bonus or salary, etc. So, a partner of a partnership firm charging commission, bonus, salary, etc. from the partnership firm. Who is a supplier? Mr. A is a supplier. Who is the recipient? ABC company is the recipient. If so, in the given case, the salary, bonus, commission drawn by Mr. A from his partnership firm ABC and company, this particular items are going to be taxed under which head? Is it under the income tax head in the hands of Mr. A? No, it is for Mr. A. Mr. A is liable to pay income tax under income from, I can say, other sources. If it is not PGBP, is other sources. Now, in that case, Mr. A provide the services to ABC and company, being a partner of the ABC company, where he drawn the commission, bonus, salary, not going to be taxed under the head salary. Just because of not going to be taxed under the head salary, Mr. A liable to pay GST here? The law of the land here says, understand, here it is a partnership firm. The partner of the partnership firm cannot be employee of the firm. Agreed. He is the owner of the firm. Agreed. At the same time, whatever he drawn from the partnership firm in the name of commission, bonus, salary, etc. is none other than appropriation of the profit of the partnership firm, resulting that this particular commission, bonus, salary, though may not be taxable under the head salary, it cannot be taxed under the GST because it is appropriation of profit. As a result, the Mr. A not liable to pay GST. Understand the concept. Further, my dear friends, I am bringing to a notice. I refer this one more point. One more time referring. As you are aware of that, the employer given gift to an employee in a financial year which does not exceed rupees 50,000, neither supply of goods nor supply of services, thereby there won't be any GST. So in this regard, what type of practical scenario questions may going to come in the examination? I am bringing to notice in the name of MCQ multiple choice question here is as follows. Mrs. Air Cool Limited, a supplier of air conditioners, is registered in the state of Maharashtra. It has a policy to gift an air conditioner to its employees residing in Gujarat at the end of the financial year. In terms of the employment contract, the company installed such air conditioners at the residence of the employee. During the month of March, the company installed 150 air conditioners at the residence of these employees. The total open market value of such air conditioners is 52,50,000. Excluding of GST. The tax rate of such air conditioners is 28%, namely 14% CGST, 14% SGST. IGST 28%. Compute the amount of GST liability of Mrs. Air Cool Limited, if any. My dear friends, here if you refer, the total value is 52,52,000. 52,50,000. 52,50,000. 52,50,000. For how many air conditioners? 150 air conditioners. So per air condition, how much comes here? The value per air condition is, if you apply by making application here, 52,50,000 divided by 150, which comes rupees 35,000. 35,000 per air conditioner, which is given as a gift to its employees. That means to an employee, the value of the gift, how much? 35,000, which is not exceeded 50,000. As a result, the entire supply, neither supply of goods nor supply of services. Therefore, question of the GST does not arise. As a result, The right answer here is nil amount of GST is the right answer. So the answer here is C. As simple as this. Further referring to my defense. So far I refer to you by bringing to a notice the concept of employee provide the services to the employer in the course of employment, which is neither supply of goods nor supply of services, because it is supply excludes. Supply excludes employee provide the services to the employer in the course of employment. Now, look here. As you are aware of that, fringe benefit, which is familiarized terminology under the Income Tax Act, like a perquisite alternative terminology is fringe benefit. Such a fringe benefit given by the employer to the employee, is it going to be taxed under income tax? Yes, sir. Fringe benefits, well taxable income tax, sir. Such fringe benefits, what is taxable in the income tax, not going to be taxed under the GST. Like, salary, which is subject to income tax under the Income Tax Act under the head salary, resulting that it applied TDS under section 192. Therefore, no GST under GST law for such type of transaction. Similar to that, fringe benefit, if it is a tax under the Income Tax Act, the same cannot be taxed under GST law. There are fringe benefits offered by the employer to the employee. In that case, such fringe benefits may not be falls under the clutches of the Income Tax Act. As a result, those fringe benefits which is not taxed under Income Tax Act will be taxed under the GST. Sir, what you mean this, sir? Which fringe benefit not going to be taxed under the income tax, sir? I will tell you with a beautiful example for your kind consideration for this particular thing to visualize practically. Dear friends, I am Mr. Rafi, Mrs. Rafi. We both of them employees in the Infosys company. Mr. Rafi and Mrs. Rafi, employees in the Infosys company, very good software program designers. Sincerely dedicating towards their work and producing excellent innovative products, playing the key role in each and every project. At a later date, God blessed Mr. Rafi and Mr. Rafi, God blessed with a baby. My wife said, hey Mr. Rafi, you go for employment, I will take care of the baby. I said, no, you go to employment, I will take care of the baby. We both of them mutually decided to take care of the baby, not to go to the employment. And both of us, we submitted resignation letter to our employer. Employer, by seeing that, hey Mr. Rafi and Mr. Rafi, don't leave the organization. You people are playing key role. What is your problem? Our problem is to take care of our new baby. After a long period of time, God blessed us with baby. Therefore, we want to take care of our baby. Both of us want to take care. Then the employer said, don't worry. You both of them, please come to office. I will take care of your baby by opening a daycare in the office. You get my point. I will going to open a daycare in the office, ground floor. You people can bring your baby and hand over to me. As an employer, I will take care. When you are leaving the organization, after completion of the office hours, when you're going to home, you please take your baby along with you. Till the time we will take care. I am going to open a daycare. So here what happened? This particular daycare to the baby of the employees Who provided? Employer provided. All these expenditures, one way or the other, called as a fringe benefit, which is generally difficult to catch hold on Income Tax Act. Such a benefits or fringe benefits not taxed under the income tax will be taxed under the GST. Is the meaning of it. Is the clarification given by the CBIC. Now, a question. A recent post, there is a circular of the CBIC. A question has been raised and clarification given by the CBIC in this following manner. What is the question here raised? Whether the various perquisites provided by the employer to its employees in terms of the contractual agreement entered into between the employer and the employee are liable for GST. Contractual agreement, employer and employee, where the employee providing services and employer is making the payment for it. If so, in the course of employment, which is going to be taxed income tax, then not going to be taxed on GST. They said here, perquisites provided by the employer to the employee in terms of contractual agreement entered into between the employer and employee will not be subject to GST. Why not be subject to GST? Because it is in the course of employment. If there is a case, going to be taxed under head salary. If there is a case, it is not going to be taxed again under GST, is the meaning of it. If it is not taxed in the income tax, obviously will catch hold under GST. Possibility is there. The department will raise the voice by saying that, hey, Mr. Taxpayer, pay the tax on this value of perquisites. They may ask. Now come back. Referring here, my dear friends, one important case law from the Authority for Advance Ruling, namely from the Karnataka. Authority for Advance Ruling, Karnataka given the ruling. A case where, in the case of Columbia Ossia Hospitals Private Limited, what is this particular entire facts of the case and what judgment has been delivered by the Authority for Advance Ruling of Karnataka in the given case is as follows. My dear sir, if you refer here, Columbia Ossia Hospitals is basically a particular MNC hospital which has various branches across the India, in addition to the head office in Bangalore, Karnataka. They supplied from the head office Bangalore their employees to the other branches of the other state, meaning thereby other branches of the other state, other branches means the branch belongs to Columbia Ossia Hospitals, head office in Karnataka, branch offices in other states, having the same PAN number, multiple registrations. We call them distinct persons, where this particular Columbia Ossia Hospitals Karnataka head office send from their Bangalore office their employees to their other branches to the other state. And for supplying such employees, whatever the salary payable to those employees, reimbursing by the head office from its branch offices. Now, department said, hey, Columbia Ossia Hospitals Private Limited of Bangalore, Karnataka, you supply the manpower services to your other branches and charging the charges. Applicable GST, you have to pay the GST. Columbia Hospital says, I send my employees to my branch only, not providing any services to outsiders. Here the law of the land says, hey Mr. Supply between distinct persons, even without consideration the supply man, you are talking about here, collect the payment, concession received. Therefore, it is called as a transfer. Transfer, all form of supply of goods or services such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, lease, rental, or what we can call here disposal, for consideration, in the course or furtherance of business is a supply. In that category apply, said by the department. Columbia Hospital said, no, you are harassing us. We wanted to go to authority for advance ruling. Get the ruling in this regard. They went to the authority for advance ruling of Karnataka. AAR referred the facts of the case, what I explained to you now, and said, Columbia RCA hospitals. Now the GST law is very clear. Transaction between distinct persons is a supply. In the given case, you send your employees to your other state branches is a supply of services, and you receive the payment from the branch offices. Therefore, it falls under category of transfer. As a result, attract the GST, you have to pay the GST. Judgment given by authority for advance ruling in the case of Columbia Asia Hospitals Private Limited in favor of the department against the Columbia Asia Hospitals Private Limited. Further referring to you, my dear friends, so far I referred what? Only one point of the Schedule 3, which talks about supply of services by employee to his employer in the course of employment. That only I referred so far, my dear. Out of 8 points of Schedule 3, 1 point only I elaborated with the help of circulars, with the help of case laws. Further, at this point of time, I want to bring a comprehensive study, case scenario study, which is what expected by the Institute of CA for our forthcoming exam of May 2024 onwards. In the new syllabus, they are expecting from the basics comprehensive level of knowledge, expertise knowledge, by asking you comprehensive study. Now I am going to bring to notice a comprehensive study. Case oriented study is as follows. This and all what I am presenting will be given to you in a printed book material. In maybe in couple of days it's getting ready. The moment it's ready, I will provide to you a comprehensive book, revised book, applicable for the new syllabus of May 2024 exam onwards. Relax and listen now. I am bringing to notice one illustrative example, a case scenario oriented example from the scope of supply. Referring here, Power Engineering Private Limited, a registered supplier, is engaged in providing the expert maintenance and repair services for large power plants that are in the nature of immobile property, situated all over India. The company has its head office at Bangalore, Karnataka, and branch offices in the other states. The work is done in the following manner. The company has self-contained mobile workshops, which are container trucks fitted out for carrying out the repairs. The trucks are equipped with items like repair equipments, consumables, tools, ports, etc. to handle a wide variety of repair work. The truck is sent to all client location for carrying out the repair work. Depending upon the repairs to be done, the equipment, consumables, tools, parts, etc. are used from the stock of such items carried in the truck. In some cases, a standalone machine is also sent to the client's premises in such truck for carrying out the repair work. The customer is billed after completion of the repair work depending upon the nature of the work and the actual quantity of the consumables, parts, etc. used in the repair work. Sometimes the truck is sent to the company's own location in other states, from where it is further sent to client locations for repairs. Work out the GST liability, namely the CGST, SGST or IGST as the case may be, of Power Engineering Private Limited, Bangalore, on the basis of the facts as described Read with the following data for the month of November. Referring here, there are A, B, C, D, E points are given. Referring the point number A, here as follows. Truck sent to own location in Tamil Nadu. Value of items contained in the truck 3 lakh. The value of the truck is 25 lakhs. Item B. Truck sent to client location in Tamil Nadu for carrying out repairs. Standalone machine is also sent in the truck to client location for repairs. Value of items contained in the truck 2,85,000. Value of standalone machine is 4 lakh. Value of truck 20 lakhs. Billing for repair to be done afterwards depending upon the actual items used. Next point. Truck sent to the client location in Karnataka for carrying out repair work. Value of items contained in the truck 1,06,000. Value of the truck which is used to send the particular what we can call tools, which is 20 lakhs. Means the value of the truck 20 lakhs. Billing for repair to be done afterwards depending upon the actual items used. Point number D. Invoices raised for repair work carried out in Tamil Nadu, including the invoice for repair work done in B. Above, that is 70 lakhs. Point number E. Invoice raised for repair work carried out in Karnataka, including the invoice for repair work done in C, which is 12 lakh. Also specify the documents, if any, which need to be issued by Power Engineering Private Limited, Bangalore for the above transactions. All the given amounts are exclusive of GST wherever applicable. Assume the rates of taxes to be as under. Items used for repair, CGST, SGST 6% each, IGST 12%. Container truck standalone machines, CGST, SGST 2.5% each, IGST 5%. Works contract for repairs and maintenance of immovable property 9% CGST, 9% SGST, IGST 18%. You are required to make suitable assumptions wherever necessary. What a great problem it is. It is called as a comprehensive case studies. What the module 1 specifically says of new syllabus of CA Final applicable for May 2024 exam onwards is case scenarios from scope of supply. It is one of the case scenario. What is this particular facts here available? Who is our client? Our client is Power Engineering Private Limited is our client, who is to send the goods to their own branches of the other state. From there, further sending the goods to the client location of the other state. In the state of Karnataka, they are sending the goods to the client location and carrying out the work in the client location place. When they send the goods, they do not know what is the value of supply of their service going to be complete, because it is a supply of service, my dear. While providing services, goods they are using as their consumables. In that case, is a works contract nature of services. Supply the goods and services together is called works contract service. In that case, is a works contract service which is very clearly declared under the schedule 2, where the supply of goods, supply of services together has been supplied irrespective of the value of the goods. It is called as works contract service. So it is a works contract service which is supplying goods to the client location in the same state of Karnataka, and they are going to raise the bill only when the work is completed. When they are sending the goods to other state customers, first they are sending the goods from their head office Karnataka to the branch office of the other state, of their own branch office. It is called what? Supply of goods between distinct persons. And from that branch office, that goods further sending to client location. In that case also, the bill going to rise only when the supply of service completed. Then only we come to know what is the value of supply taking place. So in that case, my dear friends, if the goods are sent on sale or approval basis, or goods sent as a consumables for their output supply of services, unless the supply of service completed, we do not know the value of supply. In such cases, time of supply arises only when the supply of service is completed. So having this criteria in mind, look in the given case. What they said here, first point number A, truck sent to own location in Tamil Nadu. From where the trucks are sending? Truck sent from where? From Karnataka head office Bangalore. From head office Bangalore, Karnataka, goods sent to their own distinct person, namely their own branch in Tamil Nadu. So from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, that is supply of goods. How much worth of the goods taken place here? Items contained in the truck is 3 lakh. Have they collected from the branch? No. Even though no consideration is a supply because it is covered in the schedule 1. Point number 2, where we have a clear cut provision, supply of goods, supply of services are both between distinct persons in the course or furtherance of business is a supply even without consideration. So as a result, this particular point where the head office Bangalore sending the goods of 3 lakh to its branch office of Tamil Nadu is a supply of goods. Supply of goods, even though consideration not received from the branch, is supply of goods. Namely, head office Karnataka liable to pay IGST. What is the IGST applicable for the supply of goods? It is supply of goods, not supply of services, because they are sending the goods to branch office. Therefore, supply of goods. What is the rate applicable here given? For supply of goods, items used for repair, which is here, items used for repair, items. Item is goods. Goods used for repair. The goods sent for repair from head office to branch office. That is supply of goods. Rate of IGST, 12% is applicable. 12% is applicable here, which is here 12% IGST. 12% IGST on 3 lakh. 12% IGST is equal to 36,000 rupees IGST liable to pay by the head office when the goods sent to their branch office of Tamil Nadu. This is supply of goods, even with the consideration. Further, referring here point number B, truck sent to client location. One more point is there. You can catch hold me and ask, sir, what about value of the truck? Value of the truck. Truck also going na? See here, for example, it take one example, I'll show you here for a kind consideration. Look, for example here, one example, you take one example. When head office, assume from Telangana, for another example, for example, head office from Telangana sending the goods in a truck to branch office of Andhra Pradesh. Now, these are the goods. These goods owned by head office. Truck is a truck. Truck also owned by the head office. Goods as well as truck both are owned by head office. If so, head office sending that to branch office, not only the goods but also those goods in a truck. The truck also going from head office to branch office at a distinct person level. That means at an interstate level between distinct persons, movement of the goods in a truck. Undoubtedly, this is called as supply of goods. This is called as supply of goods, even without consideration. What about truck? Truck also going to branch office from head office at interstate level between distinct persons. In that case, CBIC given the circular stating that interstate movement of the goods in a truck owned by the consignor sending to the consignee, transaction between two distinct persons, the truck is not a supply because after delivering the goods at the branch office, the truck is going to be come back to the head office. They said here, interstate movement of vehicle are treated as supply if it is meant for further supply. What do you mean this? Just now you said, Mr. Rafi, interstate movement of the goods is a supply. Interstate movement of vehicle, not a supply. Interstate movement of vehicle, not a supply. Because after delivering the goods at the branch office, the vehicle will come back to the head office. If not come back, branch office is going to sell that vehicle to somebody else. In that case, further supply. If so, head office to branch office, sending the truck also be supply, is the meaning of it. Now please come back. Generally, circular says what? Interstate movement of vehicle shall be treated neither as supply of goods nor supply of services and therefore not liable to IGST. However, if the branch office taking this vehicle and using for further supply, then in that case, movement of the vehicle from head office to branch office is a supply. Now please come back. Actually, where we are referring a comprehensive case scenario question where we are discussing Karnataka, Bangalore head office of Karnataka sending the goods to Tamil Nadu branch of their own branch, vehicle also along with the goods. After deliver the goods over there, the vehicle will return back to head office. In that case, this is interstate movement of goods, interstate movement of vehicle between distinct person, neither supply of goods nor supply of services. Therefore, it is not a supply. This is not a supply. Further, my dear friends, point number B here referring, point number B, what is it? It says, truck sent to client location in Tamil Nadu for carrying out repairs, standalone machine is also sent in the truck to client location for repair. From where to where? Truck sent to client location in Tamil Nadu for carrying out of repair and standalone machine is also be sent in the truck to client location for repair. From where? From the Tamil Nadu branch office to the client in Tamil Nadu. Value of items contained in the truck 2,85,000, standalone machine 4 lakh, value of truck 20 lakhs. They said very important key point here. Billing for repair to be done afterwards depending upon the actual items used. Depend upon the actual items used. Meaning thereby, when the goods sent to the client location by Tamil Nadu branch, we cannot able to determine what is the value of supply unless the work is completed at the client place. Therefore, at this point of time, is a premature to bring GST liability. As such, here there won't be any GST liability at this point of time. Further, point number C, what it says that truck sent to the client location in Karnataka for carrying out repair. That means head office Bangalore, Karnataka, sending the goods to their client in the Karnataka, but it is also be premature to say the value of supply unless the works contract gets completed. Therefore, this and all cannot be called as supply at that moment. Now they said here, point number D. Point number D says invoice raised for repair work carried out in Tamil Nadu, including the invoice for repair work done in B. That means this point. This point, value of supply known at point number D, where the value of supply is how much? 70 lakhs. Who raised the invoice? Head office Karnataka. Client where located? In Tamil Nadu. Is the interstate supply. What is supply? It is they send what? They send container 2,85,000, standalone machine, and the truck. Truck will come back. So here they are providing what type of supply? Not sale of goods, works contract services. Therefore, the value of material and value of service both included. Therefore, the value here is 70 lakhs is nothing but it is works contract service. What is the GST applicable for the works contract service here? Works contract for repair and maintenance of immovable property. How much? 18% of IGST will apply here because interstate supply on 70 lakhs, 18% of IGST. So what is the IGST here? IGST is equal to on 70 lakh 18% is equal to 12 lakh 60,000 is our IGST amount. Who liable to pay? Karnataka office, namely Bangalore head office in Karnataka liable to pay IGST. When we talk about invoice raised for repair work carried out in Karnataka, including invoice for repair work done in C. So within the state, what they supply to the client location, within the state, what they supply to client location is got completed the work, raise the invoice 12 lakh, which is also be called as works contract service. Since location of supplier Bangalore, Karnataka, recipient of service, namely client in Karnataka, intrastate supply liable for CGST and SGST. What rate of CGST given here for works contract? 9%, 9% each. Therefore, 9% of CGST, 9% of SGST on 12 lakhs. On 12 lakhs, 9% of CGST is equal to how much? 1,08,000 CGST, 1,08,000 of SGST liable to pay by Bangalore, Karnataka head office. As simple as this, my dear sir. If you sum, you get the total IGST. Total IGST here, how much comes here? IGST here is 1,26,000 plus here IGST 36,000. So 1,26,000. 1,26,000 IGST. Here 1 lakh, sorry to say 12 lakhs, no my dear, it is 70 lakhs na, 70 lakhs. On 70 lakhs 18% of IGST comes not 1,26,000. It is coming here how much? It is coming is 1,26,000. Correct only 70 lakhs on which 18% IGST. 12,60,000. Perfectly correct. We did already. 12,60,000. It is 12,60,000. Correct value only. Then IGST supply of goods 36,000. Total IGST liable to pay. Total IGST in the given case 12,96,000. Then CGST, HGST, CGST and SGST 1,08,000. 1,08,000 is the way in which they have to pay the GST to the department. It is called as comprehensive case study oriented question from the scope of supply. This is what the institute expecting at final level of new syllabus of CA final applicable for your May 2024 exam onwards is this type of expectation. Because again, scope of supply means what do you mean by goods, what is the definition of the goods as defined under section 2, subsection 52, what is the goods, and what is the service as defined in section 2, subsection what we can call here services. Definition about the service, what we got in the CGST is not going to ask in the examination. They're asking this type of comprehensive questions. What is the expectation of the institute from this fundamental topics up to the input test grid chapter topics? They are going to ask this type of case scenarios questions in the examination. Further, my dear friends, Huh. Furthermore, referring to you the concept of scope of supply, where supply excludes schedule 3. In that, point number 1, employee provide the services to the employer in the course of employment, not a supply, which I referred to you so far. Further, point number 2, which talks about services supplied by the court or tribunal is also be falls under the category of supply excludes.